The land where time seems to flow slowly, where water weaves through vast seas of grass and tranquil mangrove forests. A mysterious and majestic space, honored with prestigious global titles. A World Heritage Site, an International Biosphere Reserve. Everglades National Park. In the salt water, submerged tree tunnels conceal the delicate movements of life. Each breath of this land is a reminder of its intense yet fragile existence. Some of North America's rarest predators see this place as their last stronghold in the fight for survival. Every day is a fierce struggle to endure the challenges posed by both nature and mankind. Welcome to Wild Everglades, stealthy predators in the Swamp Kingdom. Under the vast skies of South Florida, battles for survival unfold every day. The blue eyes of the Florida panther watch the white-tailed deer. This large cat moves through the expansive mangroves like silent phantoms, waiting for the perfect moment to ambush its prey. Every step they take is a struggle against urban development, with fewer than 100 individuals remaining. In the salt water, the American crocodile glides quietly. The waters are no longer as they once were. Rising sea levels are destroying their breeding grounds. Land and water, once safe havens, have now become hazards. The Everglades, a land that fosters diverse life, is also the battleground for these rare species, struggling against the devastating changes of the natural world. Stretching across with the ancient stories of nature, the Everglades is where each creature, from the American crocodile to the West Indian manatee, exists in a slow yet vibrant dance of life. Everglades National Park, one of the most unique ecological zones in the world. Established in 1947, this park has protected over 1.5 million acres of land, preserving about 20% of the original Everglades wetlands. The Everglades is the largest tropical wilderness in the U.S., and also the largest wilderness area east of the Mississippi River. Overcoming all challenges, the park was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979. The waters here, like the Earth's lifeblood, were recognized as wetlands of international importance by the Ramsar Convention in 1987. In the Everglades, it's not just the landscape, but an entire journey of nature that is both surviving and protecting itself. The journey of the Everglades begins with an ancient geological story. This vast land is built upon the Miami limestone, which formed millions of years ago during the Pleistocene era. Tiny marine creatures, corals, shells, and plankton lived and died, leaving behind sediment, like quiet pieces of a puzzle building the framework of this land. Unlike most national parks, established to protect geographic features, Everglades National Park was founded with a unique mission: to protect a fragile ecosystem. It is the most important breeding ground for tropical wading birds in North America and houses the largest mangrove ecosystem in the Western Hemisphere. The park is home to 36 threatened or protected species, including the Florida panther, the American crocodile, and the West Indian manatee. Everglades is also a paradise for over 350 species of birds, 300 species of fish, 40 species of mammals, and 50 species of reptiles. From the mangrove forests to the flooded grasslands, every creature here contributes to a diverse and vibrant ecosystem. Freshwater sloughs and marl prairies, 2 of the 9 recognized ecosystems in the Everglades, quietly create their own rhythm of life, like deep, flowing currents that nourish the entire Everglades. Everything begins with the slow but constant movement of water, a crucial element that defines the character of this land. In the freshwater sloughs, water gently flows south from Lake Okeechobee at a pace as slow as the Earth's natural breath, about 0.25 miles per day. From a distance, these flooded areas may appear still, but they are in fact vital lifelines, sustaining the wetland ecosystem and nourishing towering plants like sawgrass, which can grow up to 6 feet tall, stretching under the sun. This system is a river of grass, extending far and wide, carrying life to countless species. In contrast to the sloughs, the marl prairies tell a different story. These grasslands are seasonally flooded, with water seeping through the marl layer, creating a thin blanket of water for just a few months. As the water recedes, a layer of periphyton, a mix of algae and plankton, clings to the limestone, transforming into grey mud, a symbol of the dry season approaching. Here, marly grass and low broadleaf plants emerge, forming a landscape that contrasts with the abundance of the sloughs. Both ecosystems are not just habitats, but also function as natural reservoirs. They store water during the rainy season and release it gradually during the dry months, acting like natural valves. Thanks to this process, the Everglades maintains its fresh water flow, preventing saltwater intrusion from the nearby ocean. Each flow of water, every patch of grass, plays an essential role in nurturing the life of countless birds, fish, and rare creatures that inhabit this land. The availability of fish, amphibians, and young birds in the marshes attracts a variety of freshwater turtles and reptiles. Among them, the American alligator, scientifically known as Alligator mississippiensis, plays a crucial role. As a living symbol of this ecosystem, the American alligator not only survives, but also helps maintain the natural balance, creating its own rhythm in the wetlands. The flooded marshes and marl prairies are vital habitats where the American alligator thrives. Although once pushed to the brink of extinction in the 20th century, the alligator was removed from the endangered species list in 1987, thanks to robust conservation efforts. With a stable growth rate, there are now approximately 1.25 million American alligators in Florida, most of them in the Everglades region. Adult males can grow between 13 and 15 feet, while females are smaller, reaching up to 10 feet. However, in South Florida, Both males and females tend to be smaller, with broad snouts that can vary slightly depending on the population. The coloration of alligators also reflects their habitat. Ranging from olive, brown, and gray to black, each individual wears a coat suited to its surroundings. Algae-rich waters can give their skin a greener hue. Female alligators select elevated areas to build their nests, avoiding floods that could destroy the eggs within a few hours. Their nests, about 3.5 feet tall, are carefully guarded by the mother throughout the incubation period, which lasts between 58 and 63 days. At first, the diet of the American alligator consists of insects, small fish, and frogs, easy prey caught by a quick snap from beneath the water. As they mature, the alligator expands its menu, hunting fish, turtles, birds, and even small mammals. They often choose the edges of freshwater sloughs or marl prairies, where they can remain motionless for more than 90% of the time, sensing even the slightest ripple to locate prey without moving. For larger prey such as white-tailed deer or wild boar, the alligator uses its famous death roll technique. They spin continuously, tearing flesh and disorienting the prey, giving it no chance to escape. An American alligator can perform over 10 consecutive rolls to fully subdue its prey. In the vast Everglades, the American alligator is not just an apex predator, but also an architect of the ecosystem. One of their greatest contributions to the freshwater slough's ecosystem is the creation of alligator holes. During the dry season, these deep water holes become a vital resource for many other species. When the rainy season returns and the freshwater sloughs fill with water, fish and amphibians nurtured in the alligator holes spread throughout the area, revitalizing the ecosystem. During the most severe months of the dry season, these waterholes act as a lifeline, where life is sustained and the ecological balance is preserved. In the still waters of the Everglades, the great blue heron spreads its wings like a living symbol of the ecosystem. Standing up to 4 feet tall with a wingspan of about 6.5 feet, it is the largest heron species in North America. The freshwater sloughs, natural channels where water flows slowly, are ideal hunting grounds for these majestic birds. During the rainy season, when the marl prairies fill with water, the herons flock to these areas, taking advantage of the calcium-rich marl soil to hunt for creatures hiding beneath the surface. As the dry season sets in and the marl prairies begin to dry up, the great blue heron moves to remaining water sources, patiently waiting for prey. During the rainy season, when vast wetlands form, they seize the opportunity to hunt more easily, wading through waters about 6 to 12 inches deep. With the ability to adjust their hunting behavior according to environmental conditions, they constantly move between wetland areas in search of abundant food sources. Under the Everglades sun, the great blue heron stands tall and motionless in shallow waters, resembling a statue. Their long legs and waterproof feathers allow them to move through the waters of freshwater sloughs and marl prairies without causing a disturbance. The heron's standing still strategy is a masterpiece of patience in hunting. When prey, such as fish, amphibians, or even small mammals, passes by, the great blue heron strikes with lightning speed, using its long neck and sharp beak to pierce the water. They can catch prey within 0.1 seconds of detection, thanks to their incredibly fast reflexes and unwavering focus. Because of this exceptional skill, the success rate of great blue heron hunts in the freshwater sloughs reaches between 60% and 70%, according to a 2023 report. Beyond being a powerful predator, the great blue heron plays an important role in maintaining ecological balance. By preying on fish and amphibians, this heron helps control prey populations, preventing ecological overpopulation. This reduces competition among species and helps protect the biodiversity of the ecosystem. Their presence not only ensures a balanced food chain, but also helps maintain the stability of shallow water areas, creating a harmonious environment for other species. Amid the barren landscape of the Everglades, pineland emerges as a vibrant scene of life. Though it covers only 2% of the park, this ecosystem remains one of the most important, safeguarding unique biodiversity. The barren limestone bedrock and thin soil make pineland a challenging environment for life. Yet here, the South Florida /pine rises powerfully from the cracks in the rock, where soil and water gather in solution holes, allowing the tree's roots to anchor deeply. Amid the dense pine forests and dry limestone terrain of the pineland ecosystem in the Everglades, the Florida panther moves with silent grace, its agile body and sharp eyes gliding across dry grasslands and limestone rock. This panther is one of the top predators in Florida and a unique subspecies of the cougar, also known as the mountain lion. The towering pines and open woodlands offer rich hunting grounds, where prey is abundant and easily accessible. However, not all parts of the Everglades are suitable for the Florida panther. With much of the park consisting of wetlands, the number of panthers is limited to higher, drier areas like pineland. Florida panthers require these uplands to survive, staying clear of the frequently flooded areas. The Florida panther is currently listed as endangered, with an estimated population of only 120 to 230 individuals, mainly residing in southern Florida, including Everglades National Park. Historically, they roamed throughout the southeastern United States, but their current range has shrunk to less than 5% of its original size. After years of hunting and habitat loss, the species nearly became extinct in the 1950s. Wow! In Long Pine Key, a high and dry area of the park, deer are plentiful, but wild hogs are rare. A Florida panther needs to consume the equivalent of 1 deer or wild hog per week to maintain its health. Females with cubs require twice that amount of food. Their main prey is white-tailed deer, which make up 70 to 90% of their diet due to the abundance of deer in the region. Silent steps and lightning-fast speed allow the panther to approach its prey before using its powerful claws and jaws to bring it down. In the pineland forests of the Everglades, the presence of the white-tailed deer helps maintain the delicate balance of the entire ecosystem. With over 30 million individuals spread across the U.S., this deer species plays a critical role in the vibrant life cycle of the Everglades. White-tailed deer make up 70 to 90% of the diet for the Florida panther, making them an essential part of the food chain. Their gentle steps glide through the grasslands, reflecting sunlight through the sparse forest canopy. White-tailed deer consume about 11 to 15 pounds of food daily. Their diet shifts with the seasons, consisting mainly of shrubs, leaves, acorns, and sometimes grass. In the pineland ecosystem, they particularly favor pine trees, oak, and native vegetation. They typically forage during the early morning and late afternoon, when the cooler temperatures help them conserve energy and avoid the intense heat. White-tailed deer have flexible social structures that change with the seasons. During the rut, breeding season, usually from October to December, bucks and does live separately, only coming together for mating. After the breeding season, bucks often live alone or in small groups, while does form groups of 3 to 5 individuals, including their fawns. These groups help protect each other from predators like the Florida panther. During the rut, bucks compete fiercely for the right to mate. They show aggression by marking their territory with scent and using their antlers to battle other bucks. Does tend to select healthy bucks with large antlers. Antlers not only signal the buck's health, but also demonstrate its competitive ability. Bucks with larger antlers have a 60% higher mating success rate compared to those with smaller or broken antlers. This ensures strong genetic development and sustainable growth within the population. The dense pine forests of pineland stretch across the Everglades. From a distance, the steady tapping echoes like the heartbeat of the forest. This is not only a sanctuary, but also a hunting ground for woodpeckers of the Picidae family. In the pineland ecosystem, the tall, rugged trunks of the slash pine serve as both home and sustenance for woodpeckers. The red cockaded woodpecker, with its distinctive plumage, searches for food by drilling into tree trunks, creating cracks where insects hide. The pileated woodpecker, the largest woodpecker species in the area, chisels deep holes into tree trunks, leaving unmistakable marks behind. Meanwhile, the red-bellied woodpecker weaves through smaller branches, seeking food among the foliage. The pineland ecosystem not only provides food, but also offers space for woodpeckers to build nests. The cavities they create are not only used for their own nesting, but also become shelter for other animals. The forest acts like a natural orchestra, where each tap on the tree carries its own melody, reflecting the delicate balance of a thriving, sustainable wild ecosystem. Under the clear skies of the Everglades, the northern mockingbird stands out with its graceful and lively appearance. Its silver-gray plumage allows it to blend seamlessly into the dry pineland forest. But every time it takes flight, its distinctive white wings flash, leaving an unforgettable impression in the still landscape. With a wingspan ranging from 12 to 15 inches and a body weighing about 1.6 to 2 ounces, this bird is small, yet highly agile. In the harsh environment of the pineland, where dry vegetation and exposed limestone dominate, the northern mockingbird thrives on a diverse diet. Tiny insects hidden beneath tree bark and dangling berries provide the energy it needs to survive through the intense dry season. The northern mockingbird is renowned for its remarkable ability to mimic the sounds of other birds and even environmental noises, such as car alarms or ringing phones. This skill is believed to play a crucial role in establishing and defending territory, as well as attracting mates. Males that can mimic a wider range of sounds tend to have greater success in both territorial defense and mate attraction. The bird's mimicry mechanism is tied to its ability to learn and memorize sounds over long periods. Male mockingbirds don't just repeat sounds, but also blend various sounds to create complex song sequences. Some individuals can mimic up to 200 different sounds, including the calls of 35 other bird species. This ability thrives in the pineland ecosystem of Everglades National Park, where their diverse songs help them maintain territorial control in a resource-rich yet highly competitive environment. The northern mockingbird, living within the pineland ecosystem of the Everglades, acts as a natural conductor, where each of its songs reflects the harmonious blend of insects, plants, and life. With a diverse diet that includes both insects and fruit, the mockingbird not only feeds itself, but also plays a role in controlling pest populations. Under the canopy of the pineland forests, the common grackle stands out as a vibrant highlight. With its glossy black plumage, it glimmers in the sunlight, revealing flashes of purple and blue like jewels amidst nature. Measuring between 11 and 13 inches in length, with a wingspan extending from 14 to 18 inches, the grackle is easily recognizable as it glides through the sky. The common grackle is an omnivore. From insects and invertebrates to small mammals and nestlings, the grackle hunts any prey available. It often forages on the ground, in open areas and grasslands where food is more accessible.